Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Force of Will Starter Deck Spotlight. Today, we will be looking at Arla, the Winged Lord. Ruler of Armala and wielder of the devastating Artemis bow, Arla's deck focuses on powerful flying resonators and a fast-paced, aggressive style. Now, let's see what secrets the angels hold. Arla, the Winged Lord starter deck, focuses heavily on resonators, specifically those of the angel and flying types. Arla himself can spend 2 will to give any creature with flying plus 200 until the end of the turn. When he uses his judgment ability, he flips over to his J-Ruler side. He gains flying, and when it comes into play, you can search your deck for an angel and put it into your hand. In addition, his God Art, at the cost of 4 will, allows him to deal 400 damage to any creature every time one of your resonators attacks, but this can only be used once per game. Arla has many angels on his side, including Dignified Seraph, an 800 with flying at the cost of 4 will, and fairies on his side, such as Fairy of the Lake, a 500 with flying at the cost of 2 will. Next is Little Angel of Armala, a 300 for 1 mana with flying. You can banish it to gain 300 life. And Alice's Little Supply Force, a 200 soldier that you can spend 1 will and banish the card to recover another resonator. Next is Little Sprite, a 1-cost flying resonator that when you rest it, you gain 100 life for every other fairy you control. And Wingman of Armala, a 2-cost flying creature that gives other creatures flying. And finally, we have Arla's more powerful resonators, namely Celestial Wing Seraph, who's a 1000 5-cost card with flying. When it enters the field, you can search your deck for another angel at the cost of 4 or less, and immediately summon it into your field. In addition, whenever Seraph attacks, you gain 300 life for every angel you control. And finally is Gwyber the White Dragon, a 5-cost 1200 with flying, and it costs 2 less for every other resonator you summon this turn. Arla has 2 major spells at his control. He's got Justice of God's Sword, which is a trigger that when your opponent attacks or blocks, you can deal 500 damage to the attacker or blocker, and if you control a J-Ruler, it deals damage equal to the attack of the monster itself. And finally, Final Word, which gives one of your blocking resonators plus 1000 until the end of the turn. Arla's edition is Heavenly Gardens of Armala, a 2-cost edition that gives all of your flying resonators plus 200. In addition, you can pay 2 will and rest Gardens of Armala to rest another target resonator that does not have flying. Lastly is Arla's Regalia, which is Artemis, the God's Bow. It gives your J-Ruler target attack. In addition, depending on the J-Ruler that you currently have in play, you either get 2 arrow counters or 4. 4 if you have Arla in play. You can rest Artemis to remove an arrow counter and deal 400 damage to an attacking or blocking J-Ruler or Resonator. You can do the same and remove 2 counters from the card instead, and destroy an addition Resonator or card in the chance standby area. Finally, you can do the same and remove 4 counters instead, and destroy a target J-Ruler or Resonator with flying. Meaning if you can give your opponent's creatures flying, or their J-Ruler flying, you could ostensibly destroy it. Finally, Arla's deck comes with 10 light magic stones, which are the resources he used to summon resonators, summon regalia, and use any of his abilities. Arla the Winged Lord starter deck focuses heavily on using all of the resonators at your disposal, most of them with flying, to swarm over your opponent and just beat them down until their life is eventually at 0.